Hi, folks. This is the PlanesTalkers. This is Sean.
And I'm Rez.
And we'll be discussing the new inventions of the Aether Revolt.
So on Christmas Day, we got all the inventions dropped except 2 of them. We still have 2 left, but they're going to be the ones that are in Aether Revolt. So they didn't want to spoil cards that are going to be in Aether Revolt. So we got just the reprint ones.
Okay, that makes sense.
So like the Gear Hulks were in Kaladesh. They had inventions.
So that means Ornithopter won't be in this set.
Ornithopter will not be in this set.
That's a shame.
It probably could be, but it's already been printed once, so it wouldn't spoil anything.
Yeah.
So they were okay with it. I wouldn't mind an Ornithopter in the set. Well, let's start taking a look. So here's our first reprint. It's Black Vice. It's a 1 colorless artifact. As Black Vice enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. At the beginning of the chosen player's upkeep, Black Vice deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of cards in his or her hand minus 4.
Is it sad I like the artwork of the old one better?
Yeah, but
this doesn't really look like a Black Vice to me.
No.
It looks like it doesn't know what it's doing. It looks like the symbol for Aether Revolt or one of those.
It does, and all the a lot of the other inventions have that really popping blue Aether along it, and
this has the
it has it, but
little.
it's not nearly as popping as some of the other ones are. But Black Vice, you can't go wrong with it. It is a great card. I got no complaints there.
No, I love Black Vice. I like the artwork better though on the older one.
Agreed.
Alright, so we have Chalice of the Void here. It's X and X. Chalice of the Void enters the battlefield with X charge counters on it, and whenever a player casts a spell with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on Chalice of the Void, counter that spell. So this is a very popular card in general.
It is, and it's a spell that you and I both agree probably should be banned in Modern.
Yeah, I hate this card. But I love this card at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty. The blue there is much more prominent with the Aether. It's not a card that I'm going to be playing with, but I would not be sad if I got a copy of it.
Oh, no doubt. I love this card, but I hate playing it.
We have Defense Grid, which is a 2 colorless artifact. Each spell costs 3 more to cast, except during its controller's turn.
Yeah, so this card is a very playable vintage card. I don't think many other formats. I think Legacy is the only one that can play it as well. I'm not sure that many decks in Legacy play this card
I can
either.
see it in Commander.
Yeah, Commander plays it too. But this, I know for a fact this gets played in Vintage.
I like the artwork on it. I like the whole little futuristic spy-looking setup.
Yeah, it's really pretty with the door being covered in a defensive grid.
Yep, does what it says.
It is what it is.
Moving on.
We have Duplicant. It's 6 mana, colorless, obviously. When Duplicant enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-token creature with. So this is Imprint, which is an older ability. As long as a card exiled with Duplicant is a creature card, Duplicant has the power, toughness, and creature types of the last creature card exiled with Duplicant. It's still a shapeshifter. So this card has been used repeatedly before to kind of combo itself with killing your opponent's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of cubes play it, a lot of Commander plays it, a lot of Legacy can play it, but I don't think a lot of people do Legacy because it's too slow.
Artwork is nice. I like the whole unraveling, showing the Aether.
Yeah, it definitely makes me think of a card that has a shapeshifting ability.
I think this is one of those that it's going to have to be in foil to get the full effect.
Yeah, there's a lot of these cards that need to be foiled.
Which makes it good that the inventions are foiled. So, because this non-foiled kind of looks kind of plain, but I can imagine it really pops with the foiling.
Oh, definitely. And here we have probably one of my favorite ones that's been spoiled, an Engineered Explosives, which is just X. It has a Sunburst, which doesn't really give you a description of it, but it's when you cast it with more than one type of mana, so red, green, blue. You'll get a counter for each of them. So sacrifice Engineered Explosives, destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on Engineered Explosives.
And a perfect time for it. Engineered Explosion, the price has been skyrocketing.
It's up to over $50.
Yeah, and the artwork on this one's fantastic. I love that Aether popping through. You're right, it's kind of weird that they don't tell you what Sunburst is, but my guess if you're playing Engineered Explosives, you probably know what Sunburst does.
Yeah, and especially since it's an invention, you're probably not going to be a new player buying this card.
No, not at all.
You may get lucky and get one, but...
that would be your real luck, because
you're probably going to sell it immediately.
That's going to be worth a lot.
Oh, definitely. It's probably $150 at least.
And here's our next one, Ensnaring Bridge. It's 3 colorless. Artifact, creature with power greater than the number of cards in your hand cannot attack.
Yeah, this card is a menace.
Yeah.
it is completely almost ruining Modern by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because it defeats the purpose of playing Magic, of just fundamentally playing creatures and swinging for the win, which is the majority way to win in Magic.
Yeah. But the artwork on this one...
I can kind of see a bridge.
Yeah,
I can kind of get why it's ensnaring, but the older one is better, where it's like the vines flying out of the bridge and just wrapping someone up.
Yeah, another one I'd be happy to get just so I could turn around and sell it right away because it's going to be worth money, but other than that...
Yeah, the artwork. Meh. I mean, it makes me think of Aether Revolt, at least. It makes me think of a artifact world.
Yeah.
But here we have this beautiful extra planar lens, which is 3 colorless. It has imprint, which we've read already. Whenever a land with the same name as the exiled card is tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 mana to his or her mana pool of any color type that land could produce.
Yeah, this one's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that lens is beautiful.
That lens is gorgeous.
And I imagine in foil it's going to get even better.
Yep. I am all for that. I think overall Wizards really knocked it out of the park with these inventions.
At least a lot of these were playable.
They're playable. They look pretty. I think they're great. So this is Grindstone. It's 1 colorless. It has 3 in tap. Target player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. If both cards share a color, repeat the process.
So yeah, they printed this to go with the Painter Serpent.
Yep, and that's probably the only reason it's here.
Probably,
yeah. But
it does kind of look like a grindstone, though, and its gears. I mean,
it's gears. It's exactly what it is. It's a cog in the machine to make things go. I get it. But nothing really too fancy going on there.
Yeah, it's going to be unplayable and limited.
Yeah.
This will not be.
No.
Meekstone. Oh my god, this card. One colorless mana. Creatures with power 3 or greater don't untap during their controller's untap step.
Yeah, opening that unlimited is going to be busted.
Yeah, this card is absolutely bonkers.
And so the artwork is gorgeous.
Yeah, I definitely want that card.
There's very few of the inventions I don't want.
Well, at least Meekstone might be cheap.
Yeah. Oblivion Stone. It's a 3 colorless cost. 4 colorless tap. Put fate counter on target permanent. 5 in tap. Sacrifice Oblivion Stone. Destroy each non-land permanent without a fate counter on it. Then remove all fate counters from all permanents.
So this is the Tron go-to for board wipe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like a $45 card.
Really?
Yeah, this card is like absolutely insanely valuable. So
that is the problem with Tron right now, is if you really want to pimp out your deck, I think you can almost have an all inventions deck at this point.
Inventions and promos, basically.
Yeah, inventions and promos. You can make one hell of an expensive Tron deck right now.
Especially with Ugins getting that special Ugin.
Yep.
And then you get all the inventions.
So I think this is the feel bad card where if you have to open an invention, this is the one you open. You just feel bad. But I don't care. I'm a fan of the Omnithopter. It's a 0 cost flying creature, 0/2. If I open it in limited, I feel bad. But at the same time, who doesn't like a good Omnithopter?
Yeah, Ornithopter is pretty beast. It will definitely be in the Affinity deck. Well, they got 2 cards in this set.
Yep.
So Affinity's getting there. They could have printed a single pest, but I don't think I would want that either.
No.
Printing commons and uncommons at mythic foil level is a little much, but Ornithopter has been around forever.
Yep.
I like the play.
Yeah, it's got thousands of printings, but I like it. Here we have Pithing Needle. It's a 1 cost colorless. As Pithing Needle enters the battlefield, name a card. Activated abilities of source with chosen name cannot be activated unless they're mana abilities.
Oh, that is a beautiful card.
Yep.
That little blueprint on there.
And the little target. It's nice.
Yeah, because you can see that they're looking at the blueprints for that one creature, or
looks like one of the swords, maybe.
It's something.
It's something, but it's really nice.
And I imagine foil, that's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, Pithing Needle. It's a standard in sideboards.
Yeah, that's definitely a staple card.
Yep. So
good hit.
Good hit. Once again, another very playable card.
I think this card is absolutely gorgeous.
I have to agree. Platinum Angel, 7 costed artifact angel. flying, you can't lose the game and your opponent can't win the game 4/4. But that artwork, I don't think I've ever seen a Magic card with such vivid whites before.
Yeah, no, this is actually, and the Angel is actually platinum.
Yep.
So not like iron color, but beautiful card. I would love to get that.
How many decks are playing Platinum Angel these days, though?
Almost none.
Almost none. Okay, so not playable, but the artwork sells it. So
it's
who
a Commander
cares?
card.
Oh yeah, Commander.
Commander loves these kind of cards.
What doesn't play Commander?
Now this card is awesome.
Sphere of Resistance is a 2-costed artifact. Spells cost 1 more to cast. Nice, simple, to the point, but
this card is ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
in Vintage, it's a monster.
I imagine.
Yeah, making your opponents cast spells for significantly well, everyone casts spells for significantly more, and you're playing Tron or something else.
Yeah, if they're used to playing spells for free, now they actually have to pay.
Yeah, it wrecks decks, especially Storm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can't just storm off anymore.
Not easily.
Staff of Domination is a 3-cost artifact. 1 untap Staff of Domination. 2 in tap, you gain 1 life. 3 in tap, untap target creature. 4 in tap, tap target creature. And 5 in tap, draw a card.
So yeah, this actually has a few infinite combos with it. None of them are played. Staff of Domination is actually very good, though.
Yeah, I could see this could be a fun build-around card. But the staff's not looking that great to me.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a cheaper sword.
Yeah.
It's like a staff that's kind of just like held there. They kind of just took the artwork that they were doing for the swords. I think it would have been better if someone's like holding it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Whatever. Moving on.
You have to Sundering Titan, which is an 8-cost creature. When Sundering Titan enters the battlefield or leaves the battlefield, choose a land of each basic land type and then destroy those lands. It's a 7/10.
7/10. Once again, as is our go-to line here, the art is great. I love the little people standing there on his arms.
Yeah, just like the Gearhulks.
Just like the Gearhulks. It really gives you a scale of how big this golem is. And at a 7/10, it better be a massive-sized golem.
Yeah, and it's playable in Tron.
There you go. So they should just rename this all the Tron Inventions. So we're getting the other swords now. Sword of Body and Mind. It's a 3-cost artifact equipment. Equipped creatures get +2/+2 and has protection from green and from blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you create a 2/2 green wolf token, and that player puts the top 10 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. And seeing this Sword of Body and Mind always brings me back to original Innistrad block, where we put these things on double strike creatures and just had fun laughing.
Yeah, we made some stupid decks based on swords, and that was when we were getting still crushed by Primeval Titans and Birthing Pod. But every once in a while, we would just steal games with these stupid sword decks that we built.
They were fun, though.
It was fun, and it was our first attempts at a standard deck that wasn't that decking.
Because when you actually hit with double strike, and instead of milling 10, they're milling 20,
and you create 2 wolves,
and then you had another sword on there. It was just fun. Lots of fun there. And our next sword is the Sword of War and Peace, also 3-costed. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from red and white. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, Sword of War and Peace deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards in his or her hand, and you gain 1 life for each card in your hand.
Yeah, I actually like the artwork on this one the best of any of the swords.
Yeah.
It looks to me like a more like Claymore-esque sword. It's that very European style compared to those very thin, like
magical
blades. Yeah.
And this looks so regal. The Sword of War and Peace with those reds, that skylight coming in. It looks like a very regal sword. Looks like something a leader would wield into the throne room.
Definitely. We don't have many more left either.
Nope.
So this is Trinosphere, which is 3 colorless artifact. As long as Trinosphere is untapped, each spell that would cost less than 3 mana now costs 3. So this is another legacy card.
This is another legacy card, and it's one of those where when you want to decide how good of Magic rules you are, you start asking yourself how Trinosphere interacts with this and that.
Yes. The artwork looks okay.
Yeah,
I have no problems with it.
I get the Trinosphere. I get it. It's not a card I'm ever going to be playing because I'm not going to be playing any Legacy. So it's one of those, if I open it, it's going to be an immediate sell because I have no use for it. But I'm sure Legacy players are happy.
Yeah. We'll move on to the next one, which is the Vidalcan Shackles. Man, these are beautiful.
Yeah.
But this is a 3 colorless. You may choose not to untap Vidalcan Shackles during your upkeep. Pay 2 colorless and tap it. Gain control of target creature with power less than or equal to the number of islands you control for as long as you control Vidalcan Shackles. And it remains tapped.
Yep.
This is very playable modern.
Very playable.
It's in a lot of blue decks. Mono blue.
The artwork
control.
is fantastic. You just get a sense that these shackles are just waiting to get that big creature locked down and never let go.
Definitely. I definitely want to be playing with this in my deck.
Yeah. And it's one of those cards that will help you in limited, but I don't think it will completely skew the game.
No, I don't think so either.
So our last one for the inventions is our Worm Coil Engine. A 6-costed artifact creature worm with Death Touch and Lifelink. When Worm Coil Engine dies, create a 3/3 colorless worm artifact creature token with Death Touch and a 3/3 colorless worm artifact creature with Lifelink. And it's a 6/6.
Yeah, I love Worm Coil Engine, and this card is just absolutely insane.
Yep.
Insane. And yet again, another Tron card.
Another Tron card, yeah. So
The artwork is beautiful, though. I like how it's like a giant worm like on a building and just kind of...
yeah, it's going to town on that building. That
Yeah.
building is not going to be there for much longer. So those are the inventions. I think Wizards knocked it out of the park.
And we're in the minority in that.
Yeah, sadly we're in the minority, but I don't care. I think we're right. If you had to open one invention and only got one, disregarding value, which one is it that you want to open?
Oh, well, I really like the lens. I really like the Oblivion Stone, but I think Pithing Needle.
Pithing Needle?
I love that artwork. Man, that is some beautiful, beautiful artwork there.
Pithing Needle's not bad. I think I have to go with the Angel, though.
Yeah, the Angel is great.
It's just wonderful artwork. Well, those are the inventions. What do you guys think? Any of the ones that you would want or don't want? Are you?
Well, tell us how wrong we are about these inventions.
How terrible are they, and why we should stop reviewing these things? But remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right, I am Sean.
And I'm Rez.
And we are the PlanesTalkers.